What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? You know what I want to talk to y'all about today? Traveling, going long distance, riding your motorcycle far. Now, whatever far for you is, that's far for you. You know what I mean? Far for you could be an hour, and some of you could be 10 hours. But riding your bike far, how do you prepare for it, especially when you're a new rider? Do you have to ride with a bunch of people? Do you need to ride with somebody, or can you do this thing by yourself? A lot of people tend to get really scared on riding their motorcycle. Well, I'm gonna tell you how to prepare your bike and how to prepare yourself for it. First of all, you gotta look at it like this, right? When you was born, unless you was born with a twin, you was born by yourself. Nobody came out with you, okay? A lot of the times, parents only give us guidances from babies all the way up into being adults. But a lot of that stuff you learned on your own. You learned not to touch that damn hot stove because your mom told you a million times, but you learned not to do it because guess what? You touched it. You was like, never again. I'm not touching that stove again, right? And the list goes on, even into your adult stage. So riding a motorcycle is no different. When you learn how to ride your bike, guess what? Nobody was on the bike with you. Nobody was sitting on the motorcycle telling you, I'm gonna guide you. No, they gave you instructions. Hey, this is how you do. You sit on the bike, this is the clutch, that's the rear brake, that's the front brake, right? This is how you change. Look to the left, look to your right. Here's the indicator, here's the horn, right? You learned all of that. But everything else you had to do by yourself. So my point to you is this. Do you need a lot of people to ride with? I can't tell you yes or no. But what I can tell you is when you're riding by yourself, you got to be able to look out for people like the guy right now that just saw me, and he's out there doing his thing, right? But guess what? If he crashed in me or I crashed into him, even if I'm with somebody, how would that avoid the accident? It wouldn't avoid the accident. The person might be like, oh my God, my boy just got hit by a bike. You come over to me and probably do the wrong thing anyway. And take off my helmet and turn me across and cause more injuries depending on who you ride with. So, planning ahead, start off slow. Start off by taking a ride in an area that you're not even familiar with in your neighborhood, right? Instead of turning to right where you always turn left and go down 30 minutes, 45 minutes, ride there. Okay, maybe ride 2 hours, just ride. No destination in mind, no nothing, just ride. I'm gonna ride with you this whole time, this whole journey until I get to where my truck is at. I'm picking up my truck. When you look at that type of stuff, right, the riding experiences comes from your individual self. When you ride with people, sometimes it can be fulfilling. It can feel good that you and your buddy did it together. You guys handled it together. That's great. I love it. But honestly, what you want to do is learn your riding style. Learn how you operate. How do you operate under pressure? What's your bladder like? Do you want to pee a lot? If you ride with somebody, you're going to not have to be on their time. Now you want to pee so bad, and you can't say nothing to the group because now people are looking at you like, yo, you're holding us up. When you riding by yourself, you can pee all you want to pee. You can get off and say, I'm done, and go sleep in a hotel and get up and do it again tomorrow. You move at your own time. So when it comes to this long journey, this rides, no, you don't need a lot of people. No, you don't need a lot of people, man. You're just you, yourself, and your creator. Whatever your spiritual beliefs are, you carry that with you, right? You carry your prayers, you carry that with you. Get a headset, talk to people you love. Make sure you have your headset charged up, and you keep it charged up, right? Because stuff like that, you will not feel as bad. You will actually be pretty comfortable. Talking to your wife or your husband or your daughter or your son or your boss, maybe not your boss. You're supposed to be away from work. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like make it a journey. Now, as far as getting the bike prepared, as long as you have your oil proper, right? You have your clutch, everything feels good. All your lights are working. Your tires are good. And if you don't know how to check all of that, you bring it to the technicians. You let somebody that you might know or a professional in a shop bring it to the dealership and have them do an overall inspection of your bike. Okay, once they do that, at least you know you did that. Okay, the bike is prepared. You're ready to go. Now, as far as packing goes, I am on an adventure bike. So I have the tank bag, which holds a lot. I also have the bag in the rear, which is like right here. And those bags, I could put a lot of stuff in it, right? Now, on my Gold Wing, or when I had my Road Glide, I had my saddlebags. But also on my Gold Wing, I have the Nelson rig bag, the traveler bag, and the weekender bag. This straps up right on the rack system because I don't have a trunk. My bike is more like a F6B. But a lot of you guys have bikes that already has a whole touring trunk, right? So guess what? Find what you need to pack. If you're going away for like a day or two, you just need one pair of jeans, but you always bring more underwears than you need because if you're scared of riding, you might pooty on yourself. And here's the thing that people don't talk about. People don't talk about the fact that when you are riding long distance, you are going to get stink. Okay, your ball sack going to get stink. Your booty hole going to get stink, and because you're going to be sweating up a storm. And guess what? It's okay to get stink. It's all right. You're riding your motorcycle. This ain't no bouquet, no sitting down in the shop, twiddling thumbs and getting dressed up. This is you riding a motorcycle. You are on an adventure. Get sweaty. When I went across town, when I went cross country on my ride to California, man, my underarm pits was funky. My jacket, I had to wash my jacket. And then let's not talk about my helmet, because I do so many miles. I need a new helmet now. That helmet smells disgusting. I don't even want to take my helmet off because the smell is going to be smacking y'all in the neck. You're going to be like, damn, what's that smell? I'll be like, I don't know. I have no idea. Exclamation mark. So when you're riding your motorcycle, guys, man, don't be afraid of riding your bike, man. Get up there and ride your bike. Enjoy the journey, man. Like this bike here, I'm gonna tour in this bike also. I have two touring bikes. I have the Gold Wing and I have the Africa Twin. The Africa Twin is a phenomenal bike. I could ride for tons of miles on the Africa Twin. This bike could handle all types of terrain. I could go on-road, off-road. My Gold Wing does not, this bike can't compare to the Gold Wing for touring because that bike is just a smooth bike. That bike is like a Cadillac or what do you call it, a genie rug. And the thing is just smooth, right? So having the bikes that's suited for the occasion, making sure that you're comfortable on your motorcycle, like my Softail. I can't stand riding that Softail. Nothing over an hour. That thing hurts my back. It's uncomfortable and all of the above, but I still love my Softail, you know. But I would take my Africa Twin and my Gold Wing over my Softail any day. My Softail is only for bar hopping. So get to know your motorcycle, get to know the kind of bike you have and understand your skills. Learn how to make those turns. If it's raining, how do you ride in the rain? Look at the videos, watch them. But you can watch a million videos, but guess what? You're never gonna know until you get out there and actually do it. When you're riding in that rain, find a track, don't go in the middle, right? Ride towards where you see that track, you get more traction there, because the middle is where a lot of oil is at. Be careful of painted surfaces, like all that white stuff you see or yellow stuff, that's all painted surfaces. You see what I'm saying? So being very careful of those things, it's important. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? So I talked about a lot of things as fast as I could. There go my truck right there. Did they put the tires on? Yes, they put the tires on. So much better. I like it a lot. Yeah, guys, so if you're just beginning to learn how to ride, man, like don't get too scared, man. Just learn to ride your bike, man. Practice making mistakes and errors. That's why I show you guys mistakes and stuff that I make on my channel, because for all the years I've been riding, for all the miles that I've gotten on my motorcycle, I'm not afraid to make mistakes, because that's how I learned all this other stuff. That's how you get really good at it. And if you don't make mistakes and you get embarrassed really quick, man, you're not going to learn nothing, man. You're just not. You're going to be stuck in your ego, in your pride. And I'm showing you guys on this channel, yo, I done shown y'all my bike dropping, and in Colorado. Let me get this money real quick, because I got to pay them to change out these tires. And the list goes on. So don't be afraid, man. Leave it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you've been a seasoned rider, what are some of the things that you would like to talk to some of these guys about that's just getting started? And maybe they're not. Maybe they just need to hear from you guys rather than myself all the time. All right, so let's go. Tap in. Let's go. I love y'all. Don't forget, keep on getting the miles, get that money, get the muscle. All right, I'm out. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for your motorcycle, head on over to Southern Honda Power Sports. They got race bikes. They got touring bikes like this one, adventure bikes. They got the Gold Wings, and they got Groms. I mean, they got all kinds of bikes. So reach out to Southern Honda Power Sports. That is my official dealership. I'm not gonna front on my peoples. They are amazing. Are they perfect? Hell no, they're not perfect. They got things to work on like every other dealership in the planet. But you know what? They're gonna give you a deal that you cannot resist. I end up getting this bike from them, and I love it. All right, I'm out. Peace.